actually very close to my heart just because of my first experience kind of in this realm. And today, Gluten-Free goes through his or her first holiday season being gluten-free. I just wanted to extend a little bit of support to those of you who are going through your first holiday season. I'm not making this video to say you're going to have a horrible time, you know, just prepare to be sad, but you're probably already feeling a little bit sad and a little bit anxious and a little bit confused as to how your holiday traditions are going to be changed for you, because of you, by you, and it's just a different kind of time. Holiday traditions, let's face it, revolve a lot around food. I know that there are certain things we only eat on Christmas, or and I look forward to them all year. But when I first got diagnosed, it was like, how do we reinvent this? What's it going to be like? And my first Christmas being gluten-free was very, very tough. My family decided that instead of our typical holiday spread, which, you know, was normal Christmassy food, turkey and whatnot, mashed potatoes, they were going to do cater, and they were going to cater sandwiches, and they were going to cater sandwiches from my favorite sandwiches from before, which aren't gluten-free, from before I got diagnosed. And I know this didn't coincide with my diagnosis. It wasn't like, oh, Tinsley can't have sandwiches, let's order sandwiches for Christmas. It was just a very big lack of understanding of kind of an emotional connection, what I was going through, and they were just trying to make things easier on them by doing sandwiches. And so I sat on Christmas Day with 2 pieces of toasted bread that were kind of gross because we didn't know what kind of bread to use, and a couple slices of Applegate turkey. Literally, no mustard, no mayo, no lettuce, no nothing. And I was tremendously hurt. Hurt down to my core, because it wasn't really the fact that I was eating crappy food on Christmas. It was more so that my family didn't know that it was important to me. And now, you know, as time has gone on, things have gotten so much better. But you assume that your family is going to jump in, and sometimes they don't. Sometimes they don't get it. Sometimes they don't understand what the big change is for you. And a lot of times people don't realize how important food is in one's life until it's taken away. Or certain, you know, special food things. Like I said, again, things have gotten so much better. They know about cross-contamination. I get phone calls all the time. Now, can I use this? And my cousin Sean actually brings the labels of everything she cooks with to the party so I can read it. She's like, okay, is this safe? What do you think about this? This says it's labeled gluten-free, but can you eat it? And I really, really love it. It's awesome. But Jane Anderson, who writes gluten-free articles for About.com, came up with a list of 5 strategies for coping with your first gluten-free holiday, and I thought they were awesome. So I'm going to read you the main strategies, and then I will link you back to her actual post so you can read the whole article, because it's just really great. So thank you, Jane, for writing this. But number 1, hold gluten-free holiday celebrations at home. This is my favorite strategy. If you're able to kind of figure out, like, change where you're hosting things, switch it to your house. This gives you an opportunity to prepare the meals in a stress-free environment where you know it's free of cross-contamination. And even if you don't like to cook, you can throw together a holiday party with gluten-free pretzels and dips and crackers and gluten-free snacks. You can buy all of that at your health food store or Whole Foods. Try some new gluten-free recipes. I do love this one. If you do like to cook, the holidays do represent a time to try out gluten-free recipes. You can adapt your old recipes with new gluten-free flours, or try stuff, new stuff altogether. I'm actually baking a whole bunch of new stuff, so I may have a handful of flops, but hopefully I'll have some successes too. Number 3, don't focus so much on the food. All the delicious gluten-free food around can definitely get gluten-full food, around can definitely get discouraging. But take your mind off the food and do something, in the holiday spirit that doesn't involve food. Like go ice skating with your family. I would love to see my family go ice skating. We are a special bunch. Or volunteer with your friends at a holiday party for underprivileged families. There's so many ways to get involved and still be in the holiday spirit that don't revolve around food. I actually volunteered last year at a toy store where low-income families could come in and actually, they would buy things, but they would get it for free. And I baked a whole bunch of gluten-free cupcakes to take with me. And that was a really cool thing. And number 4, remember to feel joyful for good health. As much as I wanted to eat the amazing sandwiches on Christmas, I knew it wasn't worth it because I felt so much better. And Jane wrote, when I feel sad because my diet is limited, which does happen around the holidays, I reflect on how good I feel compared to a few years ago. It's not a cure, but it definitely helps. Just think about it. Think about how far you've come. And number 5, whatever you do, don't cheat on the diet. She wrote this as well. It might be tempting to figure just this once and indulge on some of your old favorite foods, but resist the temptation. Not only do you run into the risk of a bad reaction that could ruin your holiday plans, many people's reactions to gluten gets much stronger when they've had it out of their diet. And you also risk long-term damage to your health. So don't cheat. It's not worth it. Don't cheat. And this is a great time to start new gluten-free traditions with you and your family that everyone can love. So those are my little strategies. If you have any strategies that you use over the holidays that help you cope and help you have a great holiday, please post and share, because I know as a community we can always build off of each other's ideas. So I would love it if you would tell me if you have a strategy not listed here. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you're getting really excited about the holidays, and don't get too down if this is your first holiday, and just go in it and be vocal and just, expect things to be different, but be excited regardless. So anyway, hope everyone's doing well out there. As always, it's from Have Not to Have in Gluten-Free Dining.